What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I should find the scissors. In this one, we're going to be unboxing and setting up the Spirit Halloween 2025 Trick or Treat Pete Animatronic. I bet you guys can't guess what the next unboxing is. No other box in the area. This guy retails for $239.99. Not that that's important, I guess, but I bought him online because my store sold him before 40%, so I got him online for the 40%. But of course, shipping practically nullified that anyway. But I ended up saving like $5 or something over the normal 30%. So, yeah. Let's read his story. Come on, come all, and get your delicious Halloween candy. Trick or treat, Pete excitedly shouts to anyone who will listen. With his classic clown appearance, a large candy-filled bowl, and playful retching audio, this clown seems comical at first glance. But don't be fooled by his jovial appearance, because if you get too close, he has no intention of offering you yummy treats. He would much rather play a dirty trick on you. Nothing brings Pete more excitement than reeling you in with his bowl of tempting candy treats, only to turn them into regurgitated tricks. What? However, if you befriend him, he may just let you record a few lines for his next routine. So he has Bluetooth. I don't know if I'll use it, because I don't particularly care for the Bluetooth features, but also, I caught it. Also, I have candy, so we can try him, which is cool. Let's open him up. I believe he's made by Techie, just based on the fact that I set him up already. I know, hard to believe, right? I set up an animatronic in my store before I got it. Definitely hasn't happened this year. Like every time. Anyway. Oh my god, he heavy. It's more so awkward to like pull at that angle, but here he is, in his box. Here's his hat. I'll show you the mechanism, because I actually understand how it works already. Since, again. Okay, well, that's good. Really got the bubble wrap and the regular wrap. Here's his face. Kind of looks like some people I know. There's the mechanism. You see it just rotates. Can I fix that? It's a little bit off. I don't know if it'll stay like that, but I noticed. I watched, who is it, Chilling Props or someone unbox him, and he had the same issue with it being a little bit off, so I'm gonna hope that it is just a fixable issue and not some permanent thing. One shoe? Where? Why only one? There's the other. Some inner foam for his body. You get the arms, and also everything else. Preferably not, though. There we go. It's some massive hands. And that Velcro is to hold the bowl. You got foam pieces galore. His hip loop, which he has wing nuts, which is odd. I forgot he had that. Wing nuts and spring pins, actually. Don't feel like that's required, but I'm gonna trust them more than myself, because, you know, they make these props for a living. I only buy them for a well, not for a living, but I make poor financial decisions on these guys. So you see he's got a, I don't need to say it. Got leg foam, poles that are strapped together. You got his clothing. The all-important candy bowl, which is pretty large, actually. I think he has a, oh, what it says. It'll focus. Max weight, 5 pounds. So. I really would like to try putting 6 pounds in, just to see what would happen. But I'm not that dumb. Everything else is twist tied. I don't feel like doing that in the video, but you can see there's the base and the poles. Oh, those are for his feet, those little bars that stick out. I don't know if you can see them. Yeah, you can. And obviously the instructions, which I can pull out actually. Trick or treat, Pete. There he is. Yeah, the twist ties make me think he's techie, but I'm not sure. Okay, now you guys really can't see the next unboxing video. There's no hints at there's nothing. Anyway, all seriousness, we can start the setup. So, starting off with the obvious step, you're putting the poles in the base. Maybe he's not techie, because I'm looking at this part, right, and I'm like, he has, so the wing nuts are one thing, But he doesn't have the. But he doesn't have the like matching A to A and whatever. Yeah, don't forget to pull the wing nut out like I did. It's like the notches go at the back rather than the front for some very strange reason. I don't know why. That threw me off. I forgot this part was weird. So you put his pants on, which is very strange. You normally don't do that. That's a joke, by the way. That's not the step that I find weird. Um, you generally want to put your pants on. And then the next step is why I'm saying this part's weird. Because then you put the foam noodles over the legs. For some reason, that's the order that they like. Next up is going to be the hip loop. Because whoever made this guy decided, you know, it'd be cool if we put wing nuts everywhere on this guy for fun. I don't feel like they serve as much of a purpose as they think they serve. But next up is popping the shirt, at least over the ball. He has Velcro, I want to say. Maybe not. Maybe I lied. Oh, no, he does. It's just hard to see. And it's not that much. Is it? It goes down to like his butt, pretty much. And so the Velcro goes at the back, obviously. This is your first time setting up a prop. Although Collector is a whole... Collector's like access panel for his control box is on the front, which bothers me every time. Because you wouldn't think that it would be there. Anyway, control box on with another wing nut. It's quite nutty. I get it. Oh, are we gonna get the infamous monkey business? I think we do, yeah. Monkey business, if you guys have not seen a setup on him, has a particular pole in a particular spot. And I noticed it while I was setting up my stores, and I have a picture of it. If I remember when I'm editing this video, I'll throw the picture on the screen if I can find it. But it's, it's one of the animatronic steps of all time. Next up is basically pulling the shirt up and then doing arms, but I like to do the arms first because the arms will pretty much pull up the shirt for you, and I just find it a lot easier to do it that way. So, boom, there's one arm. And then you'll have the arms in, and you can kind of just adjust the clothing as needed. So, next up might be the funny step. I don't know how to work the instructions, so give me a second. So, okay, yeah. The funny step is you take this little pole, alright? And you... Okay, it's a little higher than it is on Monkey Business, which is a little bit unfortunate. So it comes more sort of his chest than his crotch area, but let that on, and that'll look... I don't know, it doesn't really look like anything, actually. It kind of looks like it's coming out of his stomach. Big old belly button. Next up is taking the candy bowl, and it's got a wire as well, which is for the sensor that is in there. So he's spitting on you, which I find odd. But anyway, you'll just slide that spring pin on, and then attach the Velcro on his hands, and if you so choose, you can go on the inside, and you can pull that wire out. The only step left is going to be to put his head on, I guess the adapter as well, but that's not particularly important. And the head is quite large, and it's also just a spring pin connector, which should hopefully slide in, ideally. We're gonna get everything plugged in. Also gonna fill this out with candy. I have one other thing I'm gonna talk about with that, and then we'll demo them. Alright, so I filled him with candy. These candy bars are a little bit larger than they recommend, so there might be an issue with him just not shooting them out. But we're gonna try and see, because that's all part of the videos, right? We figure it out together. So it's so cringe. Anyway, I think it got stuck. Yeah, it went down, but Oh my god. Alright, so the Hershey's and Kit Kats were getting jammed. I don't think the Kit Kats are actually the problem. I think it's the Hershey's. But we're going to plug them in again and see if the Reese's will go through. Yup. That's awesome. We try some Kit Kats. Let's push them. Oh, okay. Sometimes you just need some help. I think it's not gonna go, yeah. So yeah, the problem with him jamming isn't actually the top. It's that the tube that goes into his mouth is a little bit too thin. So I guess it's so multiple pieces won't go through, like, too quickly. But that ends up causing him to them just get stuck in his mouth, and then it creates like a roadblock. So, yeah. I think it's great though. Definitely could use some refining because of that. But yeah, I was thinking about even like 3D printing a piece that would allow me to fill more candy. So basically, it would just cover this particular spot, so the candy wouldn't just like fall straight through, and then I could fill higher because then it would just like as these empty, it would refill them. Um, I don't know how viable that is, but if I have time before Halloween or even after Halloween, I will play around with that. And if I ever come to a conclusion, I might make like a short or something, being like, hey. But yeah, not the perfect mechanism, but I think he's great. Uh, if you have some candy bars that are the right size, I think he'll work perfectly. But yeah, that is all. Thing is, what if you guys did enjoy this video, I do recommend him if you have smaller candy, but it is definitely a lot to, I think, have to refill him all the time, so take what you will from that. But anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.